Hello students, let's continue the chapter of kinetic theory of gases which we have started in the last live class. In the last class we have seen what is the formula for pressure. P is equal to 1/3 Mn by V into square of the RMS, and the RMS depends upon directly proportional to the square root of temperature and inversely proportional to the square root of mass. This we have seen in the last class. Now today we are going to at first derive or prove the gas laws by the help of the kinetic theory concept. So first of all is Boyle's law. You know very well that Boyle's law states that at constant temperature the pressure is inversely proportional to volume. The pressure is inversely proportional to volume, or you can say volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So let us try to establish this law on the basis of kinetic theory. In the last class we have seen the formula for pressure, this formula. P is equal to 1/3 P, this formula we are talking of. P is equal to 1/3 Mn by V into square of RMS. From this formula we can make one thing clear, that PV is equal to 1/3 V RMS square, and PV is equal to constant. PV is equal to constant. Why? Why it is so? Because we know that PV is constant because this RMS value that we have here, this RMS value that we are having here, this RMS value, in this formula, this RMS quantity that we are having here, that is the, let me zoom this V1, this RMS square, this depends on temperature. For a given mass, this depends upon temperature. So if we keep the temperature constant, if we make the temperature constant, then we can say that PV is also constant. Then we can say that PV is also constant because this depends upon temperature. Okay, now, so PV is constant if temperature is constant, and that is nothing but Boyle's law, that PV is constant if temperature is constant. Okay, because this quantity Mn RMS square, this quantity depends only on temperature. Okay, now let's come to Charles' law. Charles' law says that if pressure is constant, then volume is directly proportional to temperature. Let us see. We are starting with the same formula of pressure, and we are exchanging the position of P and V. So V is what? 1/3. From this, half mv square is what? Half mv square is 3/2 kT. This we know, that kinetic energy, average kinetic energy of one molecule is 3/2 kT. So in case of half mv square, we are writing 3/2 kT. So we can write V is equal to N by P kT. V is equal to what? N by P kT. So this is the formula for V. So if P is constant for a given mass of gas, we have volume is directly proportional to temperature. This is Charles' law. Okay, because here, as you can see, in this quantity, this whole thing is constant. Except temperature. So if I am taking pressure also constant, so we can say that this whole thing is actually constant. So this is Charles' law. Now Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law states that equal volume of all gases under the same conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. So suppose we know the formula PV equal to 1/3 Mn V1 square, and let us consider two masses of equal volumes under same pressure. So PV equal to 1/3 M1 N1 V1 square M2 V2 V2 square. If we equate this, what we can get? We can get M1 V1 square. We can get this thing. So what we are getting here? M1 N1 V1 square equal to M2 N2 V2 square. From this, as the temperature is constant, so obviously that kinetic energy will be same. Their kinetic energy will be same. So we can say half M1, we can say that half M1 V1 square equal to half M2 V2 square. So half of cancel. So if now come from here, come to this equation. If you put here M1 V1 square equal to M2 V2 square, that will cancel and you will get left N1 equal to N2. Okay. Now degree of freedom. So N1 equal to N2 means that equal volume of all gases at same conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. Okay. Now degree of freedom. Law of equipartition of energy. The degree of freedom states that what is actually degree of freedom? Degree of freedom indicates the number of independent motion which a particle can undergo. Means how many type of translational motion, rotational motion, vibrational motion, how many type of motion a particle, a molecule of a gas or anything can undergo. That is called the translational motion. So it has been observed that if it is a monoatomic molecule, means having one atom only, then there will be 3 degrees of freedom. The 3 translational motions along the XYZ axis. But in case of diatomic molecule, that is having 2 atoms, the degree of freedom is 5. And in case of triatomic, the degree of freedom is 6. So the degree of freedom is 3, 5, 6. Correspondingly, if the molecule is monoatomic, diatomic or triatomic. Okay. Law of equipartition of energy. This law states that in a classical system of particles which is equilibrium at absolute temperature, the average kinetic energy per particle associated with each degree of freedom is half kT. So what is the law? The law states that average kinetic energy of a particle is half kT. Okay. So average kinetic energy of a particle is half kT. So that is what? The degree of freedom. That is the law of average kinetic energy of particle is half kT per degree of freedom. So if there is f degree of freedom, if we consider the degree of freedom to be f, then the formula will be what? If there is f degree of freedom, then the formula will be half f kT. Okay. So this is all about the degree of freedom. Okay. Now CP and okay. So this study up to here in this video, and next video will continue.